Mount Washington looks gentle, like a smiling stranger with an offer of candy. More than 100 people have died on these slopes because the season can change around every corner. It has been known to snow on this mountain in any month of the year. One day in 3, hurricane-force winds slap the landscape. In winter and spring, they carry icy feathers of fog that coat the rocks and anything on them. Since 1932, a small band of scientists has struggled into this Arctic laundromat to be tumbled around in search of the worst weather in the world. There are bigger mountains and colder places, but nowhere has man seen the wind blow harder.
We never got hurt being blown around. Oh, your feet slip out from under you, but you're not a very good kite, you know. You don't fly, you just get knocked down.
51 years ago this April, Wendell Stevenson rose in the darkness to check that wind. He and 2 other observers shared a small shack chained to the summit. It was shaking.
And when I stepped out, plop, I was just flattened. It fooled me because I was leaning into the wind. The wind was usually from out here, the northwest. And I leaned into it, and it was coming from here. And, of course, I just helped myself down, plunk.
Before that April day had ended, the winds would gust 231 miles an hour, a world record.
My pants and skirt just flew up over my head, and there I was like this, you know. I couldn't get out of it. But I had to get out of there, quick sec. I couldn't holler. Wouldn't have done any good. Phooey. So I don't remember exactly how I got loose, but I dropped, just kind of pushed off and dropped to the ground, and that must have done something to the parka, but I got it out of the way.
Stevenson managed to pry himself back inside.
And I stopped for a second to take a reading on the stopwatch, just counting clicks and taking readings. That's when I found out how fast it was going. And that's when I lost my nerve. That's when I got scared. I was in safe and home now. If I'd have known, I'd have never gone out there. Not alone, in the dark, with everybody else sound asleep.
Folks who face the great adventures in life quite often are just doing their jobs. They overcome the fear and contain their excitement by doing familiar tasks. Neil Armstrong was simply piloting a ship before he walked on the moon. And yet at times such as that, when what has been done will be remembered forever, even scientists touch a poet's soul.
And all I wanted to go up and wake the guys up, and I thought, no, I'll just let them find it out. Well, we just wandered around the semi-fog, you know. Get to it, my breath, oh boy, wow. And then we went back to work, you know.
The routine continues. Scientists have checked the wind every 3 hours for half a century. The record still stands. For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News, Mount Washington, New Hampshire.